When Kiss released their first album, Sans Makeup, it caused a bit of a stir. This is what I think of the album. Hello, welcome to Rob Lewis Music and Stuff with me, of course, Rob Lewis. You might remember I did a review of Love Gun, their 6th studio album, a few weeks ago. Well, this is the second Kiss album review. I don't know why it's in this order, it's just random. And the next one I'm going to do is going to be Hotter Than Hell at some point. So yeah, Kiss Lick It Up, released on September the 18th, 1983. And it was the first album they recorded with Mercury Records after leaving Casablanca. And they were kind of like the main face of Casablanca Records. So yeah, first album with Mercury Records. It was produced by Michael James Jackson, different guy, and Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. And yeah, this is what I thought of the album that went platinum later on. Track 1. The album opens up with the track Exciter. Now, I should probably just explain, when I first got into Kiss was in the sort of early to mid 90s, and I was 12, 13 years old. I didn't much care for the kind of 80s hair metal stuff. I really liked the 90s stuff they did and the 70s, but I wasn't huge on the 80s stuff. However, as I've grown older and more mature and more wiser and bolder, I have come to appreciate it more. And I've listened to this album a lot the last few weeks, and it's a banger. It's a great album. So it's strange how your tastes change. I should also mention the production on this album is so good. It's kind of like, it's often twinned with Creatures of the Night, which came about a year or so before. They're often sort of lumped in together, and you can see why. The production of both of them is so good. Vinnie Vincent co-wrote 80% of this album. Say what you want about Vinnie Vincent, the guy could write a song. There's no question in my mind that Vinnie Vincent knew how to write a song. Whatever else he said and done, he really knew how to write a song. Anyway, track 1, Exciter. Great intro, kicks off the album, so good. It's not my favourite song, it's a Paul Stanley song, but I used to take the piss out of it. I don't know why. When we were kids, we'd sort of take the piss out of it. I don't know why. Nick, if you're watching, do you remember? Why did we have such beef with Exciter? It's a banger. Yeah, it's a good track. It's the vocals, superb. Great riff, great chorus. It's a really fantastic way to open an album. And considering it had to make an impression because it was the first album without the makeup. Did I mention that before? I'm not sure I did. I said they'd changed record labels. I didn't mention that they'd taken the makeup off after 10 years wearing the makeup. They decided to take it off. Why did I not mention that? I guess I assumed you already knew. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you're enjoying it. If you are, maybe you could just help out a small channel by pressing the like button, sharing it to your friends, hit the subscribe button and the alarm notification bell so you can keep up to date with my new videos, and just generally just watching them. It all helps. I'm just a small creator just trying to find my way in this YouTube metropolis. If you really want to help out as well, there's a link to my Patreon in the description and in my About section. So again, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. This isn't a history lesson, this is me just doing a review. The little Kiss lesson was just for the casual viewers. Track 2, Not for the Innocent. Sick intro. Really is a great introduction to that song. The song's good. the song overall, I don't think is as good as the intro, but you know what I mean. It's a Gene Simmons song, classic Gene. But yeah, great song. Track 3, the title track, "Lick It Up." Now I know this song can be quite divisive. It's got its fans and it's got its haters as well. It was, I think, the first single released from the new album, so it was the first time many people actually saw Kiss sans makeup. Because you spend the first, like the verse, all you see is their feet, and they're walking through this kind of Mad Max sort of post-apocalyptic world, and it's just full of sort of feral women, kind of gnawing meat off bones and stuff, living in the streets. And then it gets to the chorus, pans up, and you get to see their lovely, pretty faces. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I really like it, especially live. When they play it live, it's a real anthem, and you can sing along, and it's a banger when they play it live. But I get it's not for everyone. Almost Human, for instance, channel I follow here, he says it's the worst song on the album and one of his least favourite Kiss songs of all time, but he loves the album. Track 4, "Young and Wasted." I didn't mention that "Lick It Up" was a Paul Stanley song. Yeah, "Young and Wasted" is a Gene Simmons song. Good riff, good vocals, and that's something I'm going to come to in a bit. Actually, the vocals on the album, so good. They had like the band doing these really sort of choral, I don't know how to describe it, powerful group vocals. That was good. So obviously all the band were singers at this point. But yeah, it's a good song, a bit kind of fillery. Track 5, "Gimme More," Paul Stanley song. Probably for me the weakest song of the album, I think. And it's not to say it's a bad song. It's alright. It's filler. I don't really like the ending with it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Not a fan of that so much. But Paul Stanley used to do things like that, and it suited his character. So that's fair enough. Track 6. What a riff. And the video again features them back in that kind of post-apocalyptic world, and they go into like some bar where there's all this fighting going on, and yeah, all hell's breaking loose. What a riff. Really, really, really good riff. And this was 1983, so you got to remember, this was when rap was really starting to go out there, and Paul Stanley doing his rap, it kind of worked. You'd think it wouldn't, but it did. It was alright. I actually really like it. It's a great song. All hell's breaking loose. Got no issue with this song at all. Great song, great riff, vocals again, with the rapping and everything, and the video. Do you remember in the video? It's got like the little fella, and then this tall fella. All you can see is like his legs, almost like something out of a Reeves and Mortimer sketch. Track 7, "1,000,000 to 1." This was probably the closest you're going to get to a ballad on this album. Obviously, in the Creatures you had, "I Still Love You," great song. Looking forward to doing that album. So this was kind of like the Kiss ballad. And Kiss were quite well known for having ballads. You know, you had "Hard Luck Woman," "Beth," and most of Paul and Peter's solo albums. "I Still Love You." So it was as close as you're going to get to a ballad on this album. Again, really, really nice intro, atmospheric. "Fits Like a Glove," track 8. Gene Simmons song. Yeah, great riff. The first time I heard this was on the Kiss Animalised Live Uncensored. I had an old VHS of that, and they played the song live on that concert. I thought I didn't care much for it then, but I really like the discordant parts in the chorus. It must be love. The little ding, 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 those little stabs on the guitar. Yeah. Track 9, Dance All Over Your Face. It's another Gene Simmons song. It's alright. Yeah. Contrary to what Henry Rollins says, I think it's the only Kiss song that I can think of, at least, that has the word bitch in it. Yeah. It's alright. Track 10, and On the 8th Day, another Gene Simmons song. Another great intro. Really, really good chorus. It's quite a long intro, actually. Yeah, great chorus. It's a great way to finish that album. So, that was Kiss Lick It Up, my review. What do I think? Yeah. I think the younger me would have given it a 4 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a decent album. 7 out of 10 today. I know a lot of people do these S tiers and stuff, and maybe I should. That just requires a lot more thought. So for now, this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah. So if you like that, check out. I've got the Love Garden one. I've got lots of Kiss stuff going on here. Little playlists. Do the YouTube thing. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Catch you later, Bill and Ted. What it is I need is like a 20-second clip that I can put at the end of each video. You know how other YouTubers do it, whether I have at the end of a video like 4 things on the screen, it's, you know, like and subscribe, that kind of stuff. I just need something like that, but I don't know what to put.